Hello, this is Vasvi from At Home. So in this video, let's learn how to find the zeros of linear polynomial as well as quadratic polynomials. Okay. So let's first look at the linear polynomial. So we all know the standard form of linear polynomial, right? The standard form is ax plus b equals 0. Okay. So this would be your polynomial p of x. I'm not writing this 0 now. Okay. So ax plus b. Here you can have this b, the constant 0. Okay. But you can never have the coefficient a as 0, because when a is 0, what happens is the whole x term is gone, and when there is no x term, you cannot call it a linear polynomial, right? For a linear polynomial, you should have a x term with the degree 1. So ax is a must. So here let's find out like how many zeros you can get when you solve a linear polynomial. For every linear polynomial, you would have exactly one zero only. Okay. Let's take an example. P of x equals, I'll take a simple one. So let us take x minus 2. Okay. Now let's put values for p and see whether we get the zeros. So I'm taking the values from negative 2 to positive 2. So that's a negative 2 here. So that would be minus 2, right? So that will give you a minus 4, negative 4 as answer. Okay. So when you take minus 1, what happens? This will be minus 1. In the place of x, I replace it with minus 1. Minus 2, that is equal to minus 3. Okay. Now let's put a value 0 for x. So when it is 0, what happens? It is 0 minus 2, and still you have the value minus 2 here. Okay. Now the next one we take is p of 1. Okay, a positive 1. So that would be 1 minus 2. So that's a negative 1 again. And p of 2, we have to just keep doing until we get a 0, right? So this is going to be 2 minus 2. Yeah, here we got a 0. So this one is the 0. 2 is the 0 of this. Okay. So here you find, now if you want you can continue with 3, and you would find the number will go more than 0. So that is says 3 minus 2, which is 1. Okay. Likewise it keeps going. So what happens is you find that for a linear polynomial, this one, you have exactly 1 0, which is this. Understood? And I hope you know how to plot it. We have done that in another video. So I'll just do it quickly here. So let us take the values 1, 2 and 3. Here this side I take it as negative 1, negative 2 and negative 3. The y-axis I take it as 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. And it goes like that. This side it is negative 2, minus 4 and minus 6. Now when you plot, what happens? When x value is negative 2, your y is negative 4. So when x is negative 2, your y is negative 4. So it comes here. Okay. And when x is negative 1, y is negative 3. When x is negative 1, your value is negative 3. So that's here. Okay. Your negative 3 would be between negative 2 and negative 4. When x is 0, your y value was, p of x was negative 2. And when x is 1, your y value is 1. So it is here again. And when x is 2, your y value is 0, so that's here, right? Now when x is 3, your y value is 1, so it would be somewhere here. So when you look at this, this is a straight line. Okay, this is a straight line. Now you can understand that this line will just further go like this. It is not going to take a U-turn and cut the x-axis anymore. So it would cut the x-axis at only one place, since it is a linear equation. Okay, linear polynomial. Now let's go on for zeros of quadratic polynomial. And here again let's go in for the standard form. We know the polynomial would be in this form. P of x would be in the form ax squared, because it's quadratic. You should have the highest degree as 2, right? Plus bx plus c as your polynomial. Here again I repeat, the highest degree x, the coefficient of x squared can never be a 0. When it is 0, then you don't have a x squared term, then it is no more a quadratic polynomial. It becomes either a linear polynomial or a constant. If that is also 0, then you would have a constant alone. Okay, now the solution for this, the zeros for this would be either nil 0, you don't have a 0 at all, or you can have 1 0 or 2 zeros. So let us see how you get these three cases. So I just take the first case with nil 0. For that I would give you an example like, let p of x be equal to x square plus 1. Okay, x square plus 1. So whatever value you're going to give it to x, even if you give 0, your final answer is not going to be 0 in this case. Okay, let's put all those numbers which we tried before. So that's negative 2 here. When it is negative 2, it is negative 2 the whole squared, so that is a 4. 4 plus 1 would become 5 here, right? So when it is negative 2, your answer is 5. When it is negative 1, it would be minus 1 the whole square plus 1, right? I'm just replacing the x with the assumption you're making. So that is 1 plus 1, that becomes 2, right? So next we can take it as p of 0. Even when you take the x value as 0, it is going to be 0 square plus 1. So you have 1 as your answer, right? Then when you put positive 1, we did negative 1 already. So this is going to be 1 square plus 1. So that is again 2. P of 2 is going to be 2 square, which is 4, plus 1. That's again a 5. So it just goes back. Okay. So you find that nowhere you have zeros in this polynomial. You can just plot this and see how it looks in the graph. So here again I take my x values as 1, 2 and 3. Here negative 1, negative 2 and negative 3. Now your y values, y axis I take it as 2, 4, 6. Okay, 2, 4, 6. And here I take it as minus 2, minus 4 and minus 6. So let's plot this and see. So what happens, when we took the x as minus 2 here, your answer y was 5. So for minus 2 your answer is 5. So it is here. Okay. And for minus 1 the answer is 2. So it is here. When it was 0, x is 0, your y is 1. So it is here. Okay. Y is 1. So again when it is 1 it is 2. When it is 2 it is going to be 5. So when I just put them together with a line, you find a U shape and you see that this graph does not touch the x-axis at all. Nowhere it touches the x-axis. It is somewhere above the x-axis. Okay. So in these cases you will have no zero polynomials. Understood? They are no zero polynomials. Let us take the second instant. I told you can have no zeros and 1 0, right? So for 1 0, let me take a polynomial, an example. Okay. Let's take it as p of x equals just x squared alone. Okay. Or if you want, you can even take it as 2x squared. Okay, that doesn't matter. In all these cases, let's see what happens. We need to assume values, right? So let's assume like P of minus 2 is going to be minus 2 the whole square, that is 4. And here P of minus 1 is going to be minus 1 the whole square, so that is going to be 1. P of 0 will be 0 square, and here we have got 1 0 at last, so this is a 0. Again you will find that the value is increasing, so that if you take it as 1, it is going to be 1 squared, that is again 1. Okay, when P is 2, you will have 2 squared, and that is 4. Let's plot this on the graph so that you get a better idea like what has happened. So here again, let's take it as 1, 2, 3, x dash as -1, -2 and -3, and your y values as 2, 4, 6, your negative y values as -2, -4 and -6, right? Let us plot this. So you got for -2 it is 4, -2 is 4 here, and -1 is 1, so that's here. 0 is 0, so that is here. Again 1 is 0 here. 2 is 4 here. Just join the dots. It is again a U-shaped graph, but this time it touches the x-axis at one point, which is at 0. Okay, at 0 you have 1 0 in this case. Understood? So this is 1 0 case. Now let's take another example C for 2 zeros, right? So I take my P of x as x squared minus 1. So let's find out the values. I'm going to put P of minus 2 to plus 2, right? Minus 2. So that's going to be minus 2 the whole square minus 1, that is 4 minus 1, which is 3. Yeah, next P of minus 1. So P of minus 1 would be minus 1 the whole square minus 1. So that's 1 minus 1, which is 0. Okay. Now you got 1 0 there. Now let's put P of x as 0. So that is 0 squared minus 1. You have the value minus 1 here. Okay. Now P of positive 1. Okay. When I take it as positive 1, it is 1 square minus 1. That is again a 0. So I've got 2 zeros here. Did you notice? Yeah. Now the last one, P of 2. When you take P of 2, it is 2 squared minus 1. So that is again 4 minus 1, which is 3. So you find 2 zeros here. So this is the case of 2 0. Okay. Let us just plot that on the graph and you will understand more. So in the graph, when you plot, when P is minus 2, okay, I have to give the values here, right? 1, 2, 3, -1, -2 and -3 here. Here 2, 4, 6. You have -2, -4 and -6. Okay, let's plot. So when it is -2, it is 3. So it is here, it is 3 here. When it is 1, it is 0. Oh, at -1 it is 0. Yeah. At 0 it is -1. So it is somewhere here. And at 1 it is again 0. So it is here. At 2 it is 3. Okay. Now you join these. Always the quadratic equation is U in shape. And you find 2 points meeting the x-axis. That is why we say it is 2 zeros. Okay. And here it is 2 zeros. You see that there, right? So hope you have understood what I have explained here. So see you in the next video soon. Bye.